Hey, this is Details and Me, and what I have here for you today is a battle between foam guns, not foam cannons, but foam guns. Now, obviously, a foam cannon is preferred. Foam guns, we already know as a community, don't work as well as foam cannons, but there are some times that you don't have a pressure washer. There are times where maybe your pressure washer breaks. It's a little windy today. Uh, but there's times where your pressure washer might break and you have a hose and that's it. Or you might just be getting started and you can't afford a pressure washer or a foam cannon. And this might seem like the only option at this point, which sometimes it is. So we're going to be testing 3 different versions today of foam guns. We have one for, I'm sorry, yes, foam guns. We have one from Shine Supply. We have one from Griots, and then we have one that's the MTM version of their foam cannon. So if we're looking at the build of these already, if you look at the Griots, this one right here, this is very sturdy material. I mean, this is like a heavy duty plastic. And I love the fact that it has such a wide circumference at the bottom. If you can see that, that makes for perfect standing on its own. It is so balanced here. And again, just the quality I'm going to tell you of this plastic, this isn't going to break. I maybe should do a drop test, but maybe that's another video. This is good, sturdy stuff. The fitting that goes with that foam gun is right here. And I can tell you that it seems also pretty sturdy. There's the straw. There's the foam part of it. The only part that kind of gives me some questions here, if I can turn this around, is this part, the part where the actual foam comes out of, because if you look at the rest of the quality, it seems to be okay. But then you get to this part, and even this lid is heavy duty, good quality. But then you get to the nozzle part of the cannon, and to me, it just seems like they fell short. Like, why wouldn't you continue with something that's just as sturdy? It is definitely not as thick of a plastic as, say, the lid is. It's definitely a thinner consistency, if you will. I'm not sure how to quite term it, but it doesn't seem like the nozzle part is of the best quality. So that to me just kind of stumps me. You have a base here that is heavy duty, good quality. You have a lid here that seems good quality. You have fittings here that seem good quality, but then you have a nozzle that just seems cheap. So, Griots, I'm not sure what you guys are doing there, but that might be something you want to look at. That just doesn't make sense to me. This nozzle seems like it could break in a heartbeat. Just looking in this area right here, how thin it is, the fact that it could snap off, that just doesn't seem like good planning to me, but we'll see how it works. Let's put that down here. Sorry, you guys, I am again detailing out of my garage, and I don't even have a table right now, as I was noticing to set things on. So I'm literally on top of my recycling trash can. But hey, this is just the life of a weekend warrior, extreme enthusiast, and weekend detailer out of my driveway. So it is what it is. Here we have Shine Supply. I like that they included, their logo here. I think that's kind of cool. It makes for a good look. The plastic is definitely sturdy, but I'm not sure that it is of the same quality as Griots, but it is a good sturdy plastic. It's a lot smaller. You can see the difference. If you put those two side by side, you can definitely see a difference there. This is so much bigger. So this is a lot smaller, but it is of good sturdy plastic, and it does seem to set down okay. This, however, I'm not sure. Again, if you look at the tip of this, I'm not sure what kind of foam this is going to produce. It seems pretty cheap the whole way through, to be honest with you. The fittings are nice. There's a nice brass fitting there connecting the foam gun to the actual nozzle, which actually comes with it. This whole set comes together. This is not my nozzle for my hose. This comes with Shine Supply's unit. So that part seems okay. The gun seems of good quality. The brass fitting seems okay. But everything else just seems really cheap. Again, kind of like the Griots, everything good except for that actual nozzle. And to me, that nozzle, you would think that's the part you would want most secure, most high quality material. Maybe that's just me. I'm not sure. The straw is a lot shorter because obviously, or the tubing, because obviously it's a lot smaller of a unit. And it is really cheap as well. It seems like super cheap plastic, but again, we'll give it a try. And then last but not least, let's move this over here. Set this down so it doesn't fly away here. Last but not least, you have MTN's version of a foam gun, and I can already tell you, here is the top of the unit. There is no kind of weight at the bottom or filter as there is on the other ones. If you can see, the others have filters here. And actually, Shine Supplies has a really nice filter. If you look at that there, that's beautiful. Let me look at the end here of Griots. I don't know if you can kind of see that there. Griots is okay. This looks like it could get clogged a lot more easily than this one here. This one is really cool. I love that. So MTM, there's nothing at the bottom. I don't know. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but we'll definitely see. I can tell you that the bottle is of good quality. Again, not like Griots. Even maybe a little, I don't know, Shine Supplies bottom piece here seems to be thicker than MTM's. This seems to be a lot thinner. And the reason I say that is because I can actually kind of squeeze this and there's some give. It's pliable. And when I go to squeeze these bottles, there is no give. I definitely cannot make any kind of indentation as I can with the MTM. So there is a nice fitting here. I don't know if that's like, it's not brass, obviously. I don't know if that's, gosh, I am not good. This is a question for Cars with Keith here. Is that like nickel plated? Is it stainless steel? I don't know, but it does seem like a good fitting. Actually, out of the other two foam guns, this one seems to have a sturdier, a more stout actual nozzle to it. So if you look at the width of that, or I don't know, what do you call it? Girth, the circumference. I don't know. Girth was probably the totally wrong word. But if you look at that, it is much more stout of a nozzle. There are, different settings here. You can see that blue nozzle for different settings, so we'll play with that. But this seems like this is going to last a lot longer than, let's say, something that looks like this. I mean, the difference is, it's uncanny. It makes no sense why these would have thought to put such weak endpoints, nozzles. So MTM definitely, I think, has it right there. But in terms of this too, I don't know. I have very mixed opinions. There's positives and there's negatives in all of these. So I will be kind of curious to test them out and see what they're like. We are going to use Incredible Suds today because we all know that Incredible Suds is a great foaming soap, hence the name Incredible Suds. Usually in a foam cannon, Incredible Suds calls for maybe 1 ounce to your foam cannon. Today we're going to actually add 2 ounces. I'm going to be a bit of a rebel here. I'm going to add a little more because obviously these aren't foam cannons, so the amount of foam that they're going to produce is already going to be lacking. Ooh, that one just picked up there. It's already going to be lacking, so I'm going to add just a little bit more Incredible Suds just so that we can be sure to get, the ultimate amount of soap coming from these dispenser nozzles here. We're going to give them as much help as they can, or as I can give them, just to see what their performance is like. I'm afraid if I just do 1 ounce, we might be disappointed. I want to give them an opportunity to shine, if there is such an opportunity. So I have my measuring cup here. I will fill each of these with 2 ounces of soap each. We'll fill them up to the water line, and then we will get our test started. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I have all of them filled here. Now, I had to stop myself and I had to go back because I am still thinking foam cannon. I'm so used to foam cannon and I'm not realizing that foam guns are different. So I went back to instruction manuals and things of that sort. And actually, you need double the amount for these foam guns. which I was already thinking, which is why I was trying to double the concentration in the beginning. But you need actual double what is expected for these foam guns to really, have a lasting impression. So I added 4 ounces to each of these, pretty much pretty much took care of my bottle of Incredible Suds there. I'm definitely going to have to reorder now, but that's okay. All in the name of testing. So I added 4 ounces to each of these. They're well, let's see. The Griots wanted you to filter 32 ounces. So did the MTM. Both the Griots and the MTM, which I didn't mention in the beginning, they have measurements on the side so that you can see what you're filling. Shine Supply did not. So I kind of just, guessed at this point, to be honest with you. I should have measured. But I just figured that this might be 32 ounces, although it might be even smaller than that. I'm not really sure. I'm looking at shape and size and volume. How good am I really at geometry? I'm not sure. But I'm guessing that this is close to 32 ounces. So I just filled it to the top with water. And I'm guessing it's about the same. So that's the one thing that Shine Supply, if you're ever going to revamp, please put the measurements on the bottles because it just makes it that much easier. Now, there is a measurement that says soap fill, but I don't know how many ounces this bottle is. And to be honest with you, even putting in 4 ounces, it didn't quite get to that soap fill line. But I didn't want to put more than that because I wanted it to be an even test with the others. So we'll see if that's going to be detrimental to Shine Supply's performance and their foam gun. I'm not sure. So I will get these connected and I will show you where we are going to test things. Sit tight. Okay, so I'm back, and if you can see, I have my garage door. Thanks to detailing dudes, Tim, for giving me this idea. Fabulous idea, Tim. Sorry, I stole it. I think I asked for your permission. But I'm using my garage as a test spot here, so I tried to, evenly divide it, and we're going to start with Shine Supply. Now, I can tell you that it's either the connection, it's my hose, but there's already a steady kind of leak here. I don't know. It's probably, you can't see it. But there's a steady leak going on. There it is, right up there. I don't know if that's going to cause a problem. MTM's connector is threaded. It's the only one that is, and it fits pretty perfectly. So this might be an issue, but let's see. I did shake it as much as I could. You can't, trying to do the whole Jamie flip. There we go. Let's see how this works. Oh, wow. Can you see that? What's going on here? Let's try this again. Okay. So, look at that. What is that? It's not my hose. There we go. That is pretty pathetic. I am sorry, Shine Supply, but what is that? What is that? Now, it's making great foam on the floor, but what is it doing for this door? That's a little better, I guess. Okay, there we go. Maybe it just needed to prime itself. So that's what we got. I'm really not impressed, but you know what? I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm going to have to check out the others. Again, it is producing some great foam once it hits the floor. That soap is there. Again, I'm using Incredible Suds, so it's a good soapy soap anyway. Let me get a little closer here. This is what it looks like. It just falls flat to the ground. I mean, it does stick a little bit. I mean, I guess it's not the worst. I'm going to give it a little bit of credit. As far as cleaning ability, though, I don't know. The soap obviously is a cleaning soap and it's going to clean, but in terms of the summertime, working on your paint, I mean, this is going to dry in a heartbeat. It's a nicer day today. It's only 88 degrees outside, but using this in the direct sun, As an option, probably not, because this is going to dry in a heartbeat on your paint unless you're doing a panel at a time. Then you might have yourself something. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. I'm so used to a foam cannon, so I don't know. I don't feel like any of these are going to perform up to the standards I would expect or hope for, maybe not expect, but hope for. But anyway, okay, so there we go. You have Shine Supply. That's what it does. I'm not enjoying the nozzle. That nozzle is just, it's trash. That nozzle is trash. All right, let's move on. I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. Now I have the Griots. It's connected. Let's see what this does. So, okay, it takes a minute to prime. Okay, so this, look what that's doing there. It's more of a steady foam, but it's a stream. So it's a stream. Now it performs, if you can tell, those suds are much thicker than that of Shine Supply. Again, lots of foam because I'm using incredible suds. I'm not sure if another soap would perform differently, but it's just a steady stream. It is thicker. It is definitely thicker foam. This would last you a lot longer on a panel, especially in the sun, than the Shine Supply. So right now, Griots is winning. It still falls down, you know, pretty quickly. You can see there. It looks like Christmas. Look at all the snow I got. But it is a much thicker foam. So right now, Griots has it. Griots has it. This is not a fan type nozzle. This literally, as you can see, comes out in that steady stream, just like a hose. So that might give you a little more pressure, I'm guessing, which is what is creating those thicker suds. But again, it is falling pretty quickly. But definitely better than what we saw with Shine Supply. Let's do that again. Definitely better than what we saw with Shine Supply. Not great. Not great. Okay. Better than Shine Supply. All right. And I'll be back with our MTM. Give me just a second. Okay. So here we go. We have the MTM here. Give it a nice swirl. This is the only one that doesn't come with a hose already. So I'm using my Ely hose here. I don't know. This is a pretty stout hose. I don't know if that's going to make a difference, but let's see what we got. Definitely not as much power as, let's say, the Griots. Let's take a look at that soap there. There's not as much power as the Griots. The foam is there, but I still feel like the Griots has an edge. I mean, look at the dispensing portion. Yeah, I'm not impressed with MTM at all in this case. Not impressed. Better than Shine Supply, both of them. But I think Griots takes the cake here. I really do. Look at that. That is, what is that? I mean, it's the same concept as Griots with that steady stream, but that stream has no power. And maybe it's my hose. I can't imagine it is. I don't know. But from this test, Griots takes the cake. If I had to, if my pressure washer was broken and I needed something on standby, that's definitely something to have in your arsenal. But yeah, this Griots, I'm sorry, this MTM, it foams, it's there, but that's just measly. That's just measly. That little stream there, I'm disappointed. I thought MTM was going to be a clear winner here. Again, it looks like snow. It's Christmas time. The foam is there, but the output is not. Look at how quickly that fell down. I really feel like Shine Supply stuck to the panel a little longer and a little better. So let's go back to the drawing board and have some final thoughts. Okay, so back to the drawing board here. Griots is the clear winner. Now, something I noticed, if you could tell, look at how much product I used with Shine Supply as opposed to Griots. And I don't know if you could see, as opposed to MTM. That might be the problem here with Shine Supply. It just doesn't push out. It doesn't have enough pressure. And maybe it was something I was doing wrong. I'm not sure. But something's definitely up with this Shine Supply. I feel like my hand was on that trigger for a while, and for it to only have used that much compared to this and that, I don't know, something's not right with this one. I was a little disappointed. I thought MTM was going to come out on top, being that their foam cannon is so great. But it didn't. Griots is a clear winner. And you know what? Griots is coming up. They're shining bright in a lot of, spots in the industry right now. Their 3-in-1 is doing great. And during the cleaners test, I know that some people use their cannon with no problem. They love it. I think Griots is a slept-on company. I'm really starting to believe that, because honestly, if I had to use a foam gun, this did not work that bad. It actually was okay. Comparing to a foam cannon, no. But if it was a last resort and I needed a little bit more power, I needed some kind of pre-wash and didn't want to just do a contact. I needed there to be a little more umph on my paint to get started, and I didn't have a pressure washer, or I was just starting and I couldn't afford one. This is definitely an option that I would lean towards. The only cool thing about the MTM, I really think, is that it is the same fitting here. It is the same fitting here as the foam cannon. So you do get an extra canister because it's that same top there. And I did not have any problem putting this top on as I did with the foam cannon. This one fit perfectly. So that's kind of a cool thing. You do have an extra base here.